Wrexham, congratulations. Promotion to League Two. Boy, must that feel good for everything the club's been through, man. Been so long, honestly, so long, and they're back. They're back into the official four divisions of English football: Premier League, Championship, League One, and they find their way into League Two. Up the pyramid they go, man. Up the pyramid they go, bit by bit with Ryan Reynolds, Rob. It's been a hell of a journey, honestly. And first, I do want to say a commiserations to Notts County because honestly, they played so well. And in any other season, they probably would have got automatic promotion. If Wrexham weren't here, they would have done so. But look, this is football, man. You have to congratulate the team that did it. It's just like, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? If Arsenal don't win the league, our opposition fans could go, oh, well done, Arsenal. I could sit here and go, oh, we played so well, but there's just Man City in the way. It's football, man. Just like for Notts County, they played so well this season. Honestly, they probably deserved automatic promotion as well. But only one team can get it. That's the way it is. And Wrexham did exactly that. And this was a big win. It was a big win, obviously, to secure promotion, their biggest football match in the last decade easily, but also the manner in which it happened. Because I have to be completely honest, right? When I saw Wood score straight away first minute, I was getting literally deja vu to less than 24 hours ago and watch my team, Arsenal, concede to Alcaraz for Southampton after 25 seconds. I was thinking, not like this, man. All the hype, all the pre-match build-up, everyone in attendance is a party around the stadium to see Wrexham back into League Two of football, and they've conceded within a minute. Not like my club Arsenal. Come on, Wrexham. Surely you can't bottle it as well. But fair play to them, man. They stuck to their guns. They didn't panic. They kept to their game plan. Boreham Wood are no scrubs. They're a good football team as well. They probably will make the playoffs regarding their promotion. They're not a bad football team whatsoever, and they don't really lose after going 1-0 up. But Wrexham's exactly what the doctor ordered for them, man. Keep it tight, keep it composed, and keep to your game plan. Don't just lose your heads because you concede the goal early. It's not like that. Because if you start doing that, then you make more mistakes, and it becomes ripple effect. All you got to do is if you make a mistake, you say it is what it is, you go again. And that's exactly what Wrexham did. If anything, the best time to concede is at the start of the match, right? Because if you concede at the start, you've got 90 minutes or 89 minutes to fix it. It's one of those things. They did exactly that, man. They played really well this game. Honestly, standout performance all around the pitch. I didn't know Wrexham played today. They did, and they secured promotion. It was televised live in England on BT Sport 1, 6:30 p.m. kickoff against Boreham Wood. A game, to be honest, I think a lot of people were expecting them to win. They did it, man. They're promoted. They're now officially in League Two. Obviously, when I reacted to the Wrexham Notts County game, that was the title decider in many respects because both Wrexham and Notts County were going, honestly, toe to toe, blow for blow, trying to get automatic promotion. Wrexham won that match in, honestly, it was historic fashion, the way Ben Foster made that save at the end. And then that gave them basically, it propelled them forward. And now today they were able to fully secure automatic promotion. Congratulations to them, man. Commiserations to Notts County. Liverpool versus Forest was a crazy game earlier. It was indeed as well. Liverpool winning 3-2, 1-0 up, pegged back by Forest, 2-1 up, pegged back by Forest, then 3-2 up. Salah scoring the third and decisive goal. Big up Liverpool for winning that as well because it would have been a tough game. And I know at Anfield, a lot of people are expecting them to beat Forest, but you only have to look at yesterday when my club Arsenal faltered to the bottom of the table, Southampton, to let you know that no game is easy in the Premier League nowadays because every team's fighting for something. Whether you're at the bottom of the table or at the top, you're fighting for something in this league. So no game's going to be easy. I thought this would be a tough one for Wrexham. I did as well, not because necessarily Boreham Wood. Like, no disrespect to Boreham Wood. I think they're a good team. But it's always tough to round off the league. Like, it's never an easy game. It's never straightforward. Like, trust me, I think if Wrexham played Boreham Wood any other time in the season at home, I think they'd beat them. I know they didn't beat them away from home this league, and they're one of the few teams that they hadn't beaten so far actually in the league. But let's be real, yeah, they're top of the table. They should win the game. Like Wrexham, in terms of the quality of football they play, it's likened to probably a League One side, I'd say at least. Like genuinely, it's not bad football. They're way better than Vanarama National League, 100%. They're way better than the 5th division of football. But because it is the title decider, because it is you needing to win, there's so much pressure on the line. Pressure can do some crazy things. It's a privilege, but it's also a curse because then you start having little mistakes and simple passes are not so simple anymore. Simple shots are not so simple anymore, and it can all go away. You just have to look at Arsenal yesterday, for example. But they stuck to their game plan. The worst possible start whatsoever, conceding a goal, conceding a good goal as well, man. I mean, I know it was sloppy defending, but that's still a good finish over the top of Ben Foster. I'm sure Boreham would have appreciated that one as well at the start of the game to go 1-0 up. But don't go crazy. Don't lose your heads. You keep at it, man. You keep at it. You keep to the game plan, and you will get back in the game. And that's what they did. I mean, I'm not going to compare them to any of the top teams, Wrexham, but it's likened to how top teams play. In fact, they don't lose composure. Like, I feel like a lot of teams, if they go 1-0 down early, feeling all the pressure on them, and they've got even more pressure to win because the draw isn't enough for them, they start panicking, they start going route one, they abandon all their game plans, abandon all the DNA and philosophy of the manager, and just start trying to lump it up there too early. But they didn't do that. They stuck to their game plan. They stuck to what they're good at, getting the balls in the box and making sure they get an overload on the right hand, left hand side, and putting the ball into the feet of the danger man, Paul Mullin, to put it into the back of the net, man. And that's exactly what they did. I mean, we could talk about the goal back for Wrexham, the first one back scored by Lee. Brilliant by Barnett, taking on the defender. Sometimes you just got to run at defenders, man. Genuinely, you just got to do that. He ran at him, crossed it across the goal, and then Lee to head into the back of the net. It's an inch perfect cross on the money. Goalkeeper had no shot. I think Boreham, to be honest, Boreham Wood should have actually defended the cross better. If I'm completely honest about it, I think that was their downfall. Defend that cross. Stop the ball going in the box, man. But look, it's one of those things, man. National League. When I review Premier League and National League back to back, I just feel like it's stark contrast. I feel like I'm a bit harsh the way I'm reviewing it. I didn't watch it. Thought about buying a National League stream, but ended up not. Oh, so you probably have to. Oh, you have to stream it where you're at. I mean, I got it for free through BT Sport, to be honest. But one of those things, man. One of those things. To be fair, the game itself wasn't as exciting as Notts County game. The Wrexham Notts County game was unbelievable, man. Honestly, that game was top notch. This wasn't as good, but it was still an all right game. And the comeback was worth it. To be fair, good comeback from Wrexham. It showed a lot. Let's see how they do in League Two, man. I can't wait. I hope Notts end up going up to me too, because it's really unlucky for them. And genuinely, I think they should have. I think there should be 2 automatic promotion spots, in my opinion, in the Vanarama National League, because I just think one's very unfair. Like, the other team doesn't play in playoffs because, believe it or not, right, Notts County, well, most people would know, is the oldest team in England. It's a historic, traditional club. And they played so well this season, honestly, so well. And in any other season without Wrexham here, they would have got promoted. It's one of those things. Look, they've got another opportunity for the playoffs. They're the best team there, so they should get promoted. But look, playoffs are crazy things. Anything can happen in football. Let's see how they do. No BT Sports in the US. Oh, yeah, of course. So if there's no other alternative, to be fair, like Vanarama National League is only like an English thing, really. So I couldn't. The US would prioritize like Premier League games and stuff like that. So yeah, I understand that, to be honest. But yeah, big up Wrexham, man. Genuinely, big them up. Ryan Reynolds as well, in attendance, of course, with Rob. He's been there throughout the whole season. I have to big up the owner, man, because there's so many owners that buy a football team. And when he did buy them, I can't lie to you, I was one of those pessimistic fans at first thinking, oh, it's just Hollywood trying to get involved with football. What do they know about it? But one thing I can't begrudge the man is that he cares. Like, clearly he cares. He's at every game. I believe he's bought a mansion in Wales so he can visit the games and go to all the games. And he's been doing so, man. Like, he cares about the team. And for me, that's a massive plus point, because if more celebrities, more eccentric billionaires, millionaires, etc., want to invest in English football, invest in the lower leagues, League Two teams, etc., by all means, go ahead. I just want to make sure that they're invested in football. That's the main thing for me. And Ryan Reynolds and Rob have shown exactly that. They've been invested in the side. They've wanted them to do well. They haven't just bought them and then just sacked it off and gone back to LA and just gone on their phone. Oh, Wrexham played today. Oh, well, it is what it is. Like, they actually seem invested and care about it. And that's a beautiful thing, man. And obviously, all that clubs that's been through, let's be honest, they've been through the pits, man. There was one time when that club was, I mean, they were gone basically if the fans didn't save them. Like, there were fans selling their cars, etc. The commentators were saying, just to keep the club afloat. The journey they've made coming back now into the official Football League system, now that we're in the Division 4, Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, they're in League 2 now. What are the odds on Wrexham getting promoted to League 1 next season? Has that ever happened? Has a team ever got promoted to League 2 and then bounced straight up to League 1 the next season? I can't remember a time it's happened. It probably has happened in history, but I wouldn't put it past them, because honestly, the quality of football they play is genuinely not bad. Like, I would rate it around League 1 level. League 1, maybe bottom of Championship, because they play good football. And Paul Mullin's a good striker, man. Like, his 2 goals there, I still haven't reviewed his 2 goals, but they're good strikes. Really good goals from Paul Mullin. Like, on his left peg, right peg, he scores both chances on his left foot and right foot. That's a good striker, man. Like, the first goal he gets, right, it's the second goal for Wrexham, the goal that actually gives them the lead, a big goal for them. He gets off the throw-in, and I'm going to give an analogy that will hurt a lot of Arsenal fans like myself, but it reminded me of the goal that Harry Kane scored against Arsenal a few seasons back, where he's got on the edge of the box, right? And he just whips it on his right foot around the goalkeeper into the top corner. It's a hell of a finish. At that point, it gives Wrexham the lead, and the comeback is technically complete for them to be leading 2-1. But that's a big finish, man. Like, you need your big players to turn up in the big moments. And Paul Mullin did exactly that. And then he got the third goal, which was the cherry on the cake, the icing on the cake, basically killed the whole football game. And this was a brilliant one as well. One-on-one with the defender. You're thinking he's right-footed. The defender's going to stand him up, show him his left foot. He did. He showed him his left foot. He still managed to whip it over his left foot. Keeper should do better, in my opinion. But nevertheless, a brilliant finish by Paul Mullin again to make it 3-1 and ice the game. And that's exactly what they needed, Wrexham. They needed cool heads there because it could have gone very wrong today. Genuinely, like after a minute, I saw my club Arsenal yesterday collapse after a minute with a bad pass from Ramsdale. Alcaraz scores, and then before you know it, 3-1 down, etc. Only just managing to salvage a point, which potentially isn't enough for Arsenal. Wrexham equally go 1-0 down early in the game, but the good thing is they didn't lose their heads. They didn't lose composure. They kept composed, and they knew exactly what to do. Keep to the game plan. You're a better team than Boreham Wood. You keep playing your way over the course of 90 minutes, you'll win that game. Wrexham have only dropped 2 points at home this whole season. That is incredible. That is incredible. It's only to Woking as well, I believe. It shows the game plan works at home. The Racecourse has become basically a territory. It's a siege mentality there. It's a lockdown there. No teams get anything from that ground. So Wrexham did the right thing. You concede early. It is what it is, man. Mistakes happen. It's a pressure game. You got to stick to your plan. You keep playing the football you're meant to be playing, and you will win that football match. You're a better team than Boreham Wood. That's exactly what they did. They kept to their game plan. They kept good. They were good defensively, good going forwards, and their big players stood up and were counted. Ben Foster, Paul Mullin, their two game changers, made the difference on the pitch as well. It's exactly what they needed. Good thing is that Ryan and Rob know they don't know football. They let people who do run things, and they provide money and moral support. Exactly. And I guess in a way, you're kind of indirecting Todd Bowley, right? Who's Chelsea's owner. Because Todd Bowley knows nothing about football, man. Like, he knows not. He can explain to me all he knows about football. I guarantee he knows absolutely nothing, man. But he's trying to get too involved with the club. Like, he's gone into the dressing room and all that stuff. Whereas Ryan and Rob, they know they're not football connoisseurs. This isn't their sport, man. They're growing up in America, Canada, etc. They're not. This ain't exactly what they're. They don't know the English system in a way. It's less about knowing football. It's more about knowing the English system as well. There's two parts of the pie. But what they've done is they've employed the right people in it, and they've been involved in the fact they've cared, they've showed face. They've obviously, the marketing is unbelievable. Like, they've got pre-season games with Chelsea and Man United coming up for Wrexham. That's unbelievable. But what they have done is they've put the right people in place, the right manager, the right players, etc. And they've got the club in the right position to move forward. They've done exactly how you're meant to own it. And credit them as well, because they have no experience owning a football team in their life. No experience whatsoever. But the fact they're able to piece it together, put the right people in place, and honestly run a football club in the best fashion I've seen of any non-league team just goes to show that you can do it. You can do it. You don't get too involved, etc. You're not exactly a football connoisseur. Get the right people in place, know exactly what you're doing, and that team will thrive. And they've done exactly that. They've laid the right foundations. Yeah, I was thinking Chelsea, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Todd Bowley, man, needs to get less involved with the football club. Hi, Luke. Welcome to the chat as always, my friend. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Wrexham in this game, I can't lie to you. I was sitting there, and when they went 1-0 down, did anyone think they were still going to win that game? Because me personally, I always had confidence they were going to win it. Even at 1-0 down, I was still thinking, yeah, don't worry, they're going to be fine. They're going to come back in it. And that's a really good sign. When a team's got confidence that they're going to get back in the game, that's good. I feel like when I watch my team play Arsenal, for example, it's all a bit, you know what I mean? It's a struggle. Like, there's no real comfort watching Arsenal play. Even at 1-0 down, it was still a comfortable game for Wrexham. They pulled their sleeves up as soon as they went 1-0 down. They went back to the drawing board, and they went on the attack. And they got a goal back early. They got a goal back very early in the game. I think after about 15, 20 minutes, Lee scored. Brilliant equaliser as well off his head. Good gamble. Sometimes it's all about the tactics, etc. But putting the ball in the net can be so simple sometimes. A run down from the right back, whips it into the box, and a late run into the back post, heads into the back of the net. Like, it's very simple. If you don't track the runners, though, that's what happens. Stop the cross if you're Boreham Wood, man. Stop the cross early. They don't do that. They don't track the run in the box. Late man, last man runs, gambles on that back post, and he scores from it. Exactly what you got to do. Exactly what you got to do to get back in the game. And at 1-1, with all the ascendancy, I was thinking, yeah, they're going to go on to win this. It took a while, and going into halftime 1-1 would not have been, obviously, would not have been what they expected Wrexham, to be completely honest. I think they would have hoped to be further ahead, especially given how they brought back to 1-1 and they dominated that first half, to be completely honest. But once again, no panic stations whatsoever. Don't need to panic so early. There's still a lot of the game left. You keep to your game plan and you will find a way to win that match. And it's exactly what they did. And their big play, Paul Mullin, stood up and was counted. Both goals hitting the top corner of the net. The top corner, man. If you want to score a goal like that, man. And to be fair, it epitomized everything he's done this season, Paul Mullin. He's been what striker, man. It's no surprise someone told me that even Rob Page, the Welsh manager, is looking at him potentially. It doesn't surprise me. Like, the Donny is good, man. Like, he's a good player. Everything about him, it's like the fundamentals even about him is sound. Like, just the little things. I know I'm watching National League, so I don't know what type of quality to really judge at. But there's little things I see from him. I think, yeah, that's a good striker, man. Curving your runs to beat the offside trap. making sure you're able to pass the ball at the right time, link up off you, etc. It's little things that he does right, man. He knows exactly what he's doing up there. And he scored 2 brilliant goals exactly when his team needed them, man. Your striker needs to turn up in the big moments. He did exactly that. So big up Paul Mullin. What a player, man. Welcome to chat. Hi, cool. Adnan. I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to chat, my friend. Rob and Ryan definitely going to earn a lot of money from this story. Exactly, man. Exactly. And I've done the right thing. Look, buying a football club nowadays is not just buying it because you like football, etc. Because I guarantee them not a massive fan of football, but it also can be an investment. And I've done really well. Like, to take this club already up to League 2, that's money they're earning. They've got preseason games booked with, I believe, Manchester United, and I think Chelsea as well, I want to say. That's more money coming into the bank as well. They know exactly what they're doing. Like, Rob and Ryan, they've been around Hollywood, right? They know how to market. They know how to create a film, you know what I mean? They know how to create a spectacle, a story. They've done the right thing. Like, even Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, was in attendance today. They know what they're doing, man. And look, you're right, they're earning a lot of money. But also, now this might be naive me saying this, right? And feel free to anyone that's watching disagree in the chat. But when I watch them, and it could just be like them getting roped into it, and it's not necessarily the case. But I don't even think it's that much about money. Like, I genuinely just think they like being involved with something. You know what I mean? Like they bought a football team, and it's like a part of their family now. Like, they're fully involved and integrated. They're watching all the games, turn up all the time. They're fully integrated with the fans, etc. This is like their life in a way now. The football is part of their life, just like every other fan around the world. It's become part of their life. And I think the money's less about it for them. I don't think even if someone makes a bid for Wrexham that's doubled their money, doubled their investment, I don't think they sell it. Genuinely, I don't, because they have got enough money. They act well, at least Ryan's an actor, at least, for sure. I don't know what Rob does, to be honest. He's an actor for sure. He's got more than enough money in the bank. So he doesn't need to sell it. For him, I just think it's a passion project. Like, he genuinely just loves watching Wrexham play. And big up to him for that, man, because there's a lot of owners in football. And to be fair, most of them are in the Premier League that I don't see them attend matches. Like, does Stan Kroenke go to Arsenal games? Does FSG go to Liverpool games? Do you see Glazers going to Manchester United games? No, you don't. Like, you really question whether they care. I just have to turn on the TV and I'll see Ryan Reynolds and Rob at a Wrexham game. I don't question if they care about the football club. I don't. And their club's in the National League about to go up to League 2. Would you got Stan Kroenke, you got FSG, you got the Glazers. They're in charge of the 3 biggest clubs in England. Manchester United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, the 3 biggest clubs in England. And we question whether they actually care. Like, do they actually care? Are they coming to the games? Or is it just about their annual income, their turnovers, their profit loss? Like, is that it for them? That's what I question. So I don't begrudge the owner one bit. For me, if you want to be an owner in football, by all means, go ahead. But I think there should be a rule in place. If you want to be an owner of a football club, you should attend at least 50% of the matches, in my opinion, to show you care. You can't just be an owner that stays away, a no-show owner. That's not what I want. If you want to own a football club, by all means. But football club is more in the business. You can make it a business, that's fine. I understand profit incentivized. Everything is a business nowadays in life. And sport has become that way. But at least show you care a little bit. Don't turn it purely into a business, because football can affect a lot of livelihoods in this world. So I'm really happy. I'm delighted for Rob and Ryan that they've been involved with the team, with the progress. I just want to see more owners do that. And hopefully they are the catalyst for more people getting involved in football. And whether it is from overseas, whether it's not from overseas, I don't really mind, to be honest. Just more people involved with football that care about it and basically improve the marketing of football worldwide. That's what I want to see. I think it's very important to them that the whole city benefits from the team's success. Exactly, man. And the whole city has. I mean, Wrexham was a team that almost went under. If the fans didn't save them, they almost went under. And now you've got the whole city united, or the whole town united behind this team now. They all care and they're all pushing in the same direction. And it would have been the best thing that's happened to them, man. They hit the lottery getting those 2 owners. Or maybe I've just bought into the Welcome to Wrexham program. Maybe so, man. I mean, when I last streamed Wrexham versus Notts County, there was people joining in from Brazil, like Spain, etc. Everywhere around the world, people were tuning into Wrexham play football. That's the marketing they've done, man. So big up Ryan and Rob for that. True, they are sports fans, but I guess Wrexham definitely made them love football a lot more emotional and thrilling. Exactly, man. And football is that. Anyone that doesn't like football, you just need to buy a football team, it seems. Because then once you're emotionally invested, yeah, it's a long day. You can't go back now. Once you're emotionally invested with a football team, it's very hard to turn back. I mean, just look at me, man. I'm an Arsenal fan. And trust me, I'm emotionally invested this season. My hairline's receded. It was like here, and now it's back up to like here or something. It's that bad, man. It's that bad following football, especially if your team's towards the top. It's literally the heart pressure, palpitations through the roof. Welcome to the chat, Eclipse Gaming. Thank you for joining as always. Where are you watching from? From England. The game was streamed on BT Sport. But yeah, a lot of people be watching from all over the world. Let me know in the live chat where you're watching from, because I appreciate there's Wrexham fans all over the world tuning into this. And congratulations to your team, man. Congratulations for going up to League 2. Let's see how they compete now, though, because it's one thing being in the Vanarama National League, but you're going up the leagues and it's going to get tougher. The competition gets tougher. You got established teams that have been in and around football for a long time. Let's see how they do. Because when you see how Wrexham perform on the pitch, they look good, right? But you're comparing them in comparison, because it's relative to other teams in the league. It's compared to Vanarama National League teams. Now, I appreciate they actually did quite well in the FA Cup, Wrexham. They got quite far. I want to see how they perform in League 2, League 1, etc. I'd bank on them potentially getting promoted straight away to League 1. I think I can see them bouncing up from League 2 to League 1. Whether it's a promotion spot, who knows? But I can see it happening, to be completely honest, man. Because they look good on the pitch. Like, the fundamentals of that team is good. And they've got match winners there. Everything you want to see from a football team, they've got. The spine is good. They play good football. And you've got the match winners in there. The Paul Mullins and the Ben Fosters. The game changers, I like to say. Because to win a league, to do well in football, right, the whole team needs to be solid. But it's not enough for the whole team to be solid. The whole team will be solid, and that will get you only so far. Sometimes, in some games, you just need match winners. Those players are going to take the game by the scruff of the necks. The Haalands, the Mbappes, the Messis, Ronaldos, etc. And they've got that in Paul Mullin. Now, I'm not comparing him to those greats. Don't make any mistake about it. But relative to where they're at, like a game that's struggling, they might all be doing well. They might all be putting a 7 out of 10, but they're not getting enough from the game. That's when Paul Mullin will stand up and score a wonderful goal. That's when Ben Foster will stand up and make a brilliant save. You need that. And Wrexham have got that. So I don't bank against getting promoted straight away to League 1, man. Like, how long till they get to the Premier League? I think that's a bit of a far shot, to be honest. But you never know, man. Cool. I'm watching from Bradley, North Wrexham. Hey, big up. You're actually in Wales, North Wrexham. Big up you for tuning in Eclipse Gaming, man. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here as well. That's sick, man. I hope this whole... Let me know how the town is. I bet it's going to be riots. Well, riots in a good way, I say. As in, like, parties up and down the street, raves, etc. I'm personally excited for next season in a tougher league. Also, hello from Singapore. Thank you for joining from Singapore, man. I appreciate that as always. Yes, I mean, look, that's the beautiful thing about football, right? The challenges don't stop. You've won, but now you can have a little bit of a break, a little bit of a party, but you're back again next season in League 2. And then again. Football's a non-stop battle. And I don't think Wrexham are ready to take their foot off the gas, to be honest. They're going to keep going. I think next game, to be honest, I think they're going to party. I don't think they're really going to care about their last game. I think it's about, who's it against? Torquay or something? Yeah, I don't think they're really going to worry about that game, to be honest. I think they're happy they're just through to League 2. Commiserations to Notts County. Let's see how they do in the next round, man. Let's see. Singapore is just a tiny island in Southeast Asia. Oh, I know where Singapore is, Heikel. Don't worry, my friend, man. A city-state as well. I'd love to go there one day. I'd love to go to Singapore one day. Congratulations, Wrexham. Good for Welsh football, indeed. As a Cardiff fan, I'm happy for them. Good for Welsh football. It is, man. And big up Wrexham, because Wrexham are a club that's... It's taken them a long time to get back here. It's deserved. It's taken a very long time. And they've made a journey that's gone like this and gone back up again, because the club almost went under. The fans saved them. Obviously, Rob and Ryan have come along and completely blown out the water with everything they've done an absolutely brilliant job, man. And now look at them. The sky is the limit, man. The sky is the limit. For the first time since 1988, Cardiff City, Swansea City, Newport County, and Wrexham will represent Wales in the EFL. Big up them for that, man. Big up the Welsh teams in the EFL. I'd love to see the Scottish teams join it. I can't see it happening, though, to be honest. But yeah, big up all the Welsh teams. I remember when Cardiff and Swansea were in the Premier League not too long ago, man. Michu. Remember Michu at Swansea? OG football fans remember that, man. That guy was a baller for that one season. A one-season wonder of all this, man. That Michu was such a baller in the Premier League. I remember that guy. Old school football, man. I love it. It's cool. There isn't much to do, but the football club makes the town so much better. Exactly, man. And look, when a small town can rally around the football team, that's such a big thing, man. Such a big thing. Not saying you don't know where Singapore is, but I guess Robin Ryan's marketing is a big net to catch my attention here on the other side of the earth. That's a very good point. And that's the point I was making earlier, Heikel, to be honest, because you've got, for example, people from Brazil, and I'm sure some people from Brazil would be in here as well, because when I last reacted to Wrexham beat Notts County 3-2, there was Brazilians in the chat saying, oh, we love Wrexham from Brazil. And it just goes to show, right, that it is, the marketing they've done is stretched to all corners of the globe. All corners of the globe. Like, would someone from Singapore, in your example, or Brazil, unless they've lived in England, for example, unless they've got some really unique case where they've got an affiliation to that town or city, really support a team that's not in the Premier League or Championship and at push League 1? They wouldn't. Like, maybe Sunderland is the lowest team they'd really support, because of Sunderland historically has been good, and obviously they've got the next documentary, Sunderland Till I Die, which will maybe cause some people to be fans of Sunderland. But you wouldn't see it otherwise, to be honest. So the fact that they're able to have that marketing just shows how big the club is, man. You got people watching it from all over the world. There's probably people in Wrexham there's probably people in Wrexham shirts in Singapore, in Brazil, in Argentina, etc., in Australia. There's people in Wrexham shirts everywhere. That's what they've done. They've done brilliant, man. Michu was class. He was, man. What a baller he was indeed. Alexis, thank you for joining, my friend. Appreciate it. Now they need to do some investment for the English Football League 2, at least a couple of new players. Indeed, I agree, my friend, because they can't get complacent now. I came out and I said that I believe their squad's good enough to be in League 1 at least. I think they've got a really good squad and they've got match winners there. But you have to keep adapting. You have to keep getting better. There's not enough to take your foot off the gas and say, oh, that's it. We've done enough. We've got enough players. We're good enough. It's not good enough, man. You've got to bring in more players. You've got to keep adapting because the teams around you will. And teams will find you out. If you keep playing the same system, the same players, there'll be both mental fatigue on your behalf, physical fatigue, mental fatigue for keep playing the same way, same system. It gets the better of you sometimes. But equally, other teams will figure you out. So you have to keep adapting, keep getting better. I agree. Get some new investment in there. And people will be willing to come to Wrexham, man. They see the story. They see all the marketing going on. People would want to come to Wrexham. I mean, they got Ben Foster. Ben Foster's a Premier League level goalkeeper. He was at Watford. I know Watford just got demoted to the Championship. But he's a good enough goalkeeper in the Premier League. And he's gone to Wrexham, who are in the Vanarama National League. He's dropped down 3 or 4 divisions. It just goes to show how big it is, man. They're going to get some more investment in there, I believe. And who knows, man. Wrexham, #United, 2 teams to keep an eye on. Because social media is a big, big game. Trust me. It's a massive game. And it can have very positive effects. It can have negative effects as well, but very positive effects on football teams. Yes, Cardiff won the first Prem derby. There we go, man. I remember them in the Premier League. Watford have lost today. We're in the bottom half. Sadly, you're right there. Watford won't get relegated. You go again next season, man. It's one of those things. Wrexham will be promoted next season. League 2 isn't that difficult. The most promotion places. You're right. It is. I believe because 4 teams go up to League 1, right? I'm pretty sure from League 2, 4 teams go up. So I've said that as well. I think they're going to instantly bounce up. Has that been done before? Someone let me know in the chat if a team's gone from promoted to League 2 to then get promoted to League 1 instantly. Because I've not seen it before. If it's happened, someone please let me know because that's an amazing story. And I think it will happen. I think, though, they will spend at least 2 seasons in League 1. I think they'll get instantly promoted to League 1, but League 1's a different kettle of fish to League 2. I think the step up from League 2 to League 1 is big. I know it's only 1 division, but honestly, I think Premier League obviously is massive. Championship is very competitive as well. And then League 1 is good. But then League 2 is where it gets a little bit like the drop-off starts happening for me, in my opinion, from what I've seen. There's a lot of League 2 teams that will bounce back down to the National League, for example, and equally they'll bounce back up between the 2 divisions. So I think they'll bounce up to League 1. I think no team wants to play Wrexham, to be honest. But then when you get to League 1, that's when you got to start thinking about how much further can we go, because they're moving quickly right now. They're moving very quickly, but will they keep moving at this pace? It's very hard to keep going at this constant pace. They're just winning. They're looking so good. It's hard, man. It's hard because you're going to start to hit a roadblock sooner rather than later. How do you go over the adversity of maybe not getting promoted straight away, maybe spending another season in a specific division? Can they get over that roadblock? Let's see, man. Not a lot of YouTubers catching this wave of success from Wrexham. Big ups to you for having the first advantage. Hope you have success in YouTube. I appreciate it, Heiko. And yeah, I mean, look, how can I avoid it? When I'm seeing it all over social media, when it's being televised on BT Sport, one of the main channels in England to show sports alongside Sky. How can I miss it, man? And yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning in. As always, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Football-related content I usually do. Premier League, Champions League, you name it. Next stream will be hopefully what I might do tomorrow. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream, but definitely Man City Arsenal on Wednesday. Cannot wait for that. Tuesdays while I'm streaming. Check out my community tab on YouTube, on the community page. You'll see my streaming schedule. I review a lot of football matches, basically every day almost. 4 up, 4 down, exactly from League 2 to League 1. A lot of movement. Our rivals Luton Town were in League 2, then won League 1 immediately. Wow, that's crazy. If Luton Town go up to the Premier League, which they can do, by the way, I believe they're in the promotion spots right now, that would be so funny, man. Luton Town Stadium is a dump. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. It is a dump, man. If they're not getting up to the Premier League, fair play, but oh my days. You have to feel for Notts County. We need 3 up from the National League. Yes, see, I made this point at the start, but I'll make it again because I appreciate not a lot of people were in the stream at the time. Notts County, big up them. They're the oldest club in English football, I believe. Maybe the whole world potentially as well. Oldest established club at least. And they played so well this season. Like, if Wrexham weren't here, they're getting promoted. Like, fact of the matter, no 2 ways about it. They're getting promoted. I think 3's a bit much. I think 2 promotion spots would be fair. 1 is a bit harsh, man. It's a bit harsh to just have 1 team automatically promoted. I think 2 would be fair. But look, that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it's always been. You got to play to how it is. It's like, I'm an Arsenal fan, right? If we don't win the league, am I going to sit there and go, oh, we didn't win the league because Man City are that good. Now I'm going to sit there and go, we bottled it. It was ours to win and we didn't win it. So if for Notts County perspective, I know they played so well this season, but there was one team better than them. You got to eat it. You got to eat humble pie. That's how it is. You were good, but there's a team better than you. That's how it goes in football. You got to make sure you take care of the playoff matches, and you'll still find your way into League Two, which is deserved of them. Keep up doing this. I'll definitely tune in again for Wrexham banters and talk. I appreciate High Call, man. I appreciate tuning in as always. And anyone else tuning into the stream, I appreciate it as well. Singapore is awesome. Everyone in Southeast Asia is there. China, Malaysia, Laos, Thai, Japan, Korea, Indians, Pakistan, Philippines, a very interesting place. I'd love to go. I've never been. I've been Japan, Tokyo. That's the only place I've been in Asia. I'd love to go to Singapore one day, man. I'd love to go to China as well. These places, Beijing, Singapore, and China. I'd love to go. Yeah, I'd love to do it, man. Forest Green, an example of that. Yes. Forest Green, right? Obviously, they've got Duncan Ferguson, I believe, is their manager right now. That's a very interesting club as well. I've tried to keep a little bit of a basically understanding of what they're doing, because I think it's very special what's going on in that football club as well. There's certain clubs in National League that don't get enough attention. Not just National League, in the football pyramid, they don't get enough attention. Another club that's not been mentioned enough, right? And I know I'm jumping divisions now, but Middlesbrough. The job that Michael Carrick's done at Middlesbrough has been unbelievable. Like the quality of football they're playing. I'm seeing Chuba Akpom, an ex-Arsenal player, balling out for them. Middlesbrough have done a brilliant job in the Championship. Now, I appreciate people that watch the Championship would be more aware, but not a lot of people know this. Not a lot of people have kept up to date with this, man. I feel like a lot of the football is concentrated in the Premier League, as it should do, man, because it is the biggest league in England, and just the quality is that good. But there's some good examples of teams throughout the football divisions that have done an excellent job on punching well above their weight, etc. And look, Forest Green, you got Wrexham, you got Notts County's done a brilliant job. Middlesbrough, I've just mentioned, a lot of teams, man, doing a brilliant job. I mean, 2 auto and 1 playoff. Oh, there we go. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I agree with. That's what I agree with, indeed. Notts County will win the playoffs. I trust them. Well, they should do, right? They're the best team in the. They were the second best team there behind Wrexham. But look, it's one of those things, man. Playoffs, anything can happen. That's why you want to tie up in normal time. It's just like when I say, right, in the first leg, if you got killer instinct, kill off the games in the first leg, because then you go into the second leg of like Champions League, Europa League matches, and anything can happen. Teams can turn it around and have a brilliant second leg, and you're thinking, where'd this come from in the first leg? So if you are Notts County, you're expected to win the playoffs because you are the second best team by a mile in that league, but you don't want to take it to a playoffs. Like you don't want to leave it to a one-off game, because one-off game can favour anybody. Like, let's be real, it can favour anybody. It's like an FA Cup semi-final. Anything can happen. So you got to make sure you are on top job, to be honest. I appreciate you joining into the chat, MXST. What do you think of Cheltenham? Just wondering. Cheltenham FC, I think you're referring to. They're in League One, right? I don't keep up to date a lot with the football pyramid. They're 16th in League One. So, yeah, I mean, they'll probably survive, to be completely honest. I don't keep up to date a lot with League One, to be completely honest with you. If you're from Cheltenham, I wish you the best, my friend. I wish that team the absolute best. League One, no, I think it's got good quality in that league. Like, genuinely, good quality. I said it before. I think the difference from Premier League to Championship, there's a drop-off, of course. Championship is very competitive, and I think League One equally is very competitive. Like, League One's got some good teams in there, man. Like the Ipswiches, the Sheffield Wednesdays, etc., the Derbys, Charlton. Like, these are teams that in the olden days were in the Premier League. Like, they were in the Premier League in the olden days. They've got some good teams in there, man. And then, of course, you've got League Two underneath, which I think League Two's got a bit of a drop-off to League One, to be completely honest. But yeah, I wish Charlton the best. They're 16th. I don't think they're going to get relegated. Of course, they're not going to get promoted. So it's another season in League One, man. It's one of those things. I want Coventry City to win the playoffs to stop Luton Town. Hey, okay, let's look at the Championship table right now, because I believe Burnley obviously got automatically promoted with Company, who's done a brilliant job there. Sheffield United as well, I believe, are getting promoted, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see who the playoffs are. So it's 3rd through 6th that gets playoffs for the Championship. We've got Luton Town, Middlesbrough, Coventry, and Millwall. Okay, I don't want Millwall up there. I don't like Millwall. I'm sorry if there's any Millwall fans. I just don't like you. I'm sorry, man. Luton Town, I don't want either. I want Middlesbrough, man. For the quality of football they've played, it's been good. If Coventry make it, fair enough. There's a bit of a gap between Luton Town, Middlesbrough, and then down to Coventry, Millwall. And to be fair, Blackburn Rovers can still jump in there. I'd love to see Blackburn back in the Premier League. I remember back in the old days, Rocky Santa Cruz. Anyone remember him for Blackburn? What performance he was, man. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable he was for them. One season wonder. One of those streets will never forget ballers. So good. Middlesbrough look to be in the playoffs as well. They will be. And look, I'll be covering the Championship playoffs on this channel when they... What's the dates of the Championship playoffs? Let me find out, man. Provided I'm not anywhere else. The Championship playoffs... They are 27th of... The final will be 27th of May. Okay, I'll be here then. Championship playoffs on this channel. Subscribe if you like the Championship. I'll be covering the Championship playoffs on this channel. I promise you lot that, man. Arsenal gonna blow the league. Bro, come on, man. Come on, Ash. Ash, I appreciate you tuning in, first of all. So thank you. I appreciate you tuning in to the stream. And second of all, we've been through it, bro. Anyone here yesterday will know my thoughts and feelings. I had a little bit of a rant yesterday on this stream after Arsenal drew 3-3 to Southampton. I'm over it now, man. I'm on to National League. I've got a smile on my face. Wednesday's a big game. If anyone wants to find out my reaction, Wednesday you got to tune in. 10 p.m. the stream will start. Man City versus Arsenal. If Arsenal win, we're back in business, baby. We're back in business. If we lose, it's a long day. If we draw, it's not the end of the world, but it's still a long day. So yeah, let's see, man. Now people clowning Arsenal. Where was this at the start of the season? Man United versus Sevilla was a good example of teams bottling it on the second leg. Exactly, Heiko. And I was here for both legs on this channel streaming afterwards. And I said after the first leg, I said, look, my money's on Sevilla now in the second leg because Manchester United, you had them there for the taking, but you conceded 2 sloppy own goals. And you literally gave Sevilla the momentum. Then you go into their plays. You're missing some key players, Bruno Fernandes, etc., Lisandro Martinez. You're missing Varane. It's going to be a very tough game. You go there and you bottle it. You concede early, you make a mistake early, and you never seem to recover. When you're playing away from home in big matches, don't give any sign of weakness. Don't make any mistakes early. And Man United did exactly that. Sevilla, their game plan was solid. They knew exactly who to target. They knew exactly who to press. They knew as soon as Maguire got that ball, press that brother because he's a liability. And they did exactly what they needed to do, and they got the win. So fair play to Sevilla. They now go through to play Juventus, which will be a very tasty Europa League. Is it possible for Wrexham to get to the Premier in the next 5 to 10 years? Right, so this is my opinion, right? So this is how I map my projection for Wrexham in the future. Let me know yours as well in the live chat, everyone that's watching. So I think they bounce straight up to League One. Honestly, I think they go from League 2 to League 1 straight away. I think they spend 2 seasons in League 1, maybe 3. So I think so it's 2023 right now. I think 2024, they'll be in the League 1. I think 2027, maybe, they might be in the Championship. And then they'll be in the Championship for a very long time. Because the Championship is so competitive. And teams that go up into the Premier League and then back down, they get parachute payments to basically survive in the Championship next season. So it'll be very, very hard. It'll be very hard, man. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with them. Wrexham, I wish them all the best because they've got a very interesting owner. And look, this doesn't discredit potential that other owners get involved with football. Like we might see a Championship club get a billionaire owner come in the door. And then suddenly you've got more investment. Suddenly they become new Wrexham. So you never know, man. You never know. Anything can happen. I remember when Charlton played Chelsea off the park, 2003. Yeah, bro, Charlton were a Premier League club for a long time. A very long time. And I'd love to see these historic clubs back in the Premier League, man. I'm a Charlton fan, and don't talk about Forest Green, mate. They suck. So I just had to put it out there. Well, they're bottom of the league, right? The bottom of League One. Let's see, man. Let's see what Duncan Ferguson does there. Let's see. Smiley face after as well to soften the blow. I know it's mad, but I think we might get relegated to League One. I don't think Watford will do that straight away, my friend. I can't lie. I can't see it straight away. We must hear from the owner, Gino Pozzo. Well, when you have owners that are not involved in the football club, it hurts. It's like a dagger through the heart because they're at the top of the football club. And when they care less than the majority of the fan base, when they're like in the bottom, like 5% of attendance to games or something like that, you got to say, like, it just hurts, like the fans. Like, I've been through it with Kroenke. The brother never turned up. Silent Stan, we used to call him. You don't want to see it, man. What for the team that's been in the Premier League, have been yo-yoing up and down for a while. I think they'll be back in the Premier League sooner rather than later. Championship is impossible to predict. It's the most impossible thing to predict ever. Honestly, it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, you don't know what team's going to do well this season and next season. Who knows, man? Anything can happen in there. So you got to keep at it. Championship is not where Wrexham have been for decades. They'd be happy with that. They would, but also, you can't settle in football, man. You got to keep aiming for the top. If they make Championship, it'd be a brilliant achievement for them. That's Wrexham's dream, but 5 years, much too fast. I agree. 10 years if everything goes perfectly for them. Yes, but also, I agree with you. I think 10 years is a more realistic target rather than 5 years. But also, look, football is impossible to predict long-term, man. Long-term. Like, people overestimate what they can do in a year, underestimate what they can do in 10. And it works in life just as much as it works in football because you're looking at it and you're thinking, oh, we're looking like this right now. Now, I understand we're going into League 2, which is tougher than National League, but we should do all right. Then League 1, then Championship, you're hoping to progress at the same time. But that is a very simplistic argument because that involves, like, anyone else that remembers school days back in the day, GCSE science, control variables, independent variables, dependent variables, right? So that's assuming that obviously the independent variable is Wrexham, like they change their players, etc. The dependent variable is a success. And the control variables are every other football club. Like, you expect every other football club to just be that football club. But who knows, man? We might have another Wrexham, like another like Samuel L. Jackson might invest in a football team for all I know, man. Or The Rock or Kevin Hart. Like, you never know, man. It could happen. They could invest in Barnsley, let's say, hypothetically. Big up Barnsley, by the way. I just thought of them off the top of my head. Or Dagenham and Redbridge. You never know, man. You might see a celebrity invest in them and then they become the new Wrexham and start to have all this success. And there's not enough space for all these teams. Like, there's only 4 promotion spots from League 2 to League 1, for example. And then you're sitting there thinking, oh, hang on a minute. So our form was such like this, and suddenly we've started to hit a roadblock. We've started to stagnate a little bit. What happens then? So, look, anything can happen, man. I wish them the best, but you never know in football. 10-year predictions, who knows, man. From a Fulham fan, I just like to say congratulations, Wrexham, well done. Good luck for next season in League 2. Wayne, I appreciate you joining us. Always make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Wayne, I've got a big favour, yeah? Fulham play Man City in a few weeks' time. Get a win. Just get a win against Man City. I'm praying on behalf of every team that's still got to play Man City. Get a win. They got a good win today against Leeds, I believe. Leeds are struggling though, man. Leeds might face a drop, to be honest. I reviewed their game against Liverpool. It was absolutely terrible. But yeah, big Fulham, big up yourselves, man. You're going to need to get a win against Man City for me. Who do you want to win the Prem, if not Liverpool? Who do I want to win? Who do I want to win the Prem? No, I think Man City. I want Man City to win it. Come on, bro. No, I want Arsenal to win the Prem. It's been my team my whole life. But yeah, I want Arsenal to win the Prem, man. Arsenal's my favourite team. I would say Premier League is like a dream for Wrexham, but they'll stick around the Championship for quite a while. Look, the Premier League is a pipe dream for a lot of clubs. But anything's possible, man. Anything is possible. Who knows, man? Who knows? But yeah, Championship, you're thinking quite a while potentially. Yeah, but who knows, man? Football's a crazy game. Anything can happen. I really doubt Wrexham will ever get to the Premier League, but it's not impossible. That's the mentality, right? Because don't assume it's going to happen, but never count it out. Do you get what I mean? That's the best way. Because when you start assuming things, bad things happen. I just have to look at my club, Arsenal, right? For example, every time Arsenal have got to play Man City, we fold in the games before. And earlier in the season, around February time, we had Man City to play during the week. And then before that, we had Brentford and we had Everton. And we didn't win in either of those games. And now just literally yesterday, we drew to Southampton. The week before, we drew to West Ham. And then also against Liverpool as well. When Arsenal have got to... when Arsenal see Man City coming, it throws their heads off. It throws our heads off because we're thinking, oh, the Man City game, we stop caring about Southampton in the week or West Ham. That's not a good mentality. You treat every game one by one. You go one game at a time. And equally, it can happen with Wrexham. If they keep focusing on Premier League, and their fan base gets carried away with it, it's not good enough. It's one division at a time, one game at a time, one by one. I know it's cliche, but genuinely. Because if you start looking ahead and start banking points, etc., it can go very pear-shaped for you. So you just go one at a time. It's League 2 now. Try your best. You got enough quality to get to League 1. Sign some good additions and keep going, man. And bit by bit, focus on the inputs and the outputs will take care of themselves. That's a life lesson for everyone that's watching. Bournemouth have Michael B. Jordan as well. Yes, I remember this. But to be honest, he's got minority stake. As part of new ownership billionaires, he's got 13%. Yeah, exactly. A very minority stake. They could be good next season. But I think another thing is, right, it's not just them owning the team. It's also the fact that Ryan and Rob have been so involved. That's the biggest thing. Like, has Michael B. Jordan been to a Premier League game for Bournemouth? Because if he has, I haven't seen him. Like, Rob and Ryan could have bought Wrexham. They could just stuck around LA or whatever, or New York, etc. But they're actually going to the games. They're involved. Like, you don't say Wrexham without saying Ryan Reynolds and Rob. Like, they go hand in hand. Michael B. Jordan, I forgot he was owner of Bournemouth until he was a minority share of Bournemouth until he literally mentioned it, Sajid. Because he's not involved, really. Let's be real. Like, he's not. Like, if you're going to own the club, be more involved. So I think if Michael B. Jordan went to all the games and he put some of his money in there, it might have a big effect. Who knows? But equally, like, you talk about marginal improvements. It's hard to improve a Championship team, or they're in the Premier League right now, Bournemouth. But you know what I mean? Like a Premier League team to a better Premier League team. It's easy to start at the bottom and work your way up. Like, they've started from the National League to work their way up. Whereas going from Premier League to better Premier League is very tough. Bournemouth will survive this season, I think. They played really well under Gary O'Neill. But who knows, man? Big up Bournemouth regardless. I think they're a really nice team. I like their style of play. We will do our best against Man City next week. Please, Wayne. Please do your absolute best, man. Absolute best. Wrexham have the most league points total ever. There we go, man. What a season it's been from them. And they've blown them out of the park. Notts County as well. Commiserations to them. I have to big up them because they played really well this season. Who do you want to win the Premier instead of Arsenal? Sorry. Oh, okay, cool. Who would I want to win the Premier League instead of Arsenal? Tottenham? No, I'm joking. Never. Never. Who would I want to win the league instead of Arsenal? If you want me to be like, say, a realistic team, like a top 6, I'd say Brighton or Brentford, because I like the way that I like the way they're playing football, if you get what I mean. But if it's a non-Big Six club, sorry, if it's only a Big Six club, I'd say Liverpool, because they're the least of the Big Six teams I don't like. I don't like City, I don't like Chelsea, I don't like United, I don't like Tottenham. So out of all those, Liverpool, I don't like the least. But if you're saying any club other than Arsenal, I'd love Brighton to win it, because I love the way they approach the game. Their football is very good. Like, they play really nice football between the lines. Roberto De Zerbi's done a brilliant job. Their scouting network's top. They don't blow their money. I'd love Brighton and Brentford to potentially do it, but I can't see it happening, to be honest. Bournemouth are not bigger than Wrexham. Of course, it's possible. Bournemouth are not bigger than Wrexham. Nah, Bournemouth are bigger than Wrexham, I'd say, to be honest. But who knows, man? Who knows? Brighton need to win the Prem. Yes, exactly. There we go. Sajid agrees with me, man. Brighton need to do it. What's this related to? Why don't you support Liverpool? Bro, because I live in North London. I support Arsenal, man. It's one of those things. Bill, appreciate you joining to chat as always, my friend. I'd love to be at the turf having a pint right now. It's one of those things, man. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. I think Ryan and Rob was in Wrexham for the documentary first, but fell in love with it along the way. See, that's one of the things, man. That's one of the things. Like, it's even the people that watch the Sunderland documentary. There's so many people that become Sunderland fans watching Sunderland Till I Die. Or wait, I can't remember what it's called. I never watched the documentary, to be honest. But it can happen, man. Like, once you get involved with football, it's a slippery slope, because it can affect your whole week, to be honest. So now they're involved for the long term. Hey, they're just like us. It takes a chokehold of your weekend nowadays. Brentford Aston Villa was a good match today, 1-1. To be fair, I didn't keep up to date with the 3 p.m. matches. I know the scores. I guess Aston Villa, I heard that Brentford played much better than Aston Villa. Look, Aston Villa is a good point away from home at Brentford. I know Aston Villa had really good momentum. They beat Newcastle last week 3-0. But that's a good point away at Brentford, trust me. They keep their hopes up of making European football for sure. How they don't get any bigger crowds. I see, because look, the Wrexham Stadium had over 10,000 today. But you got to look at it as a Premier League club, man. Wrexham obviously is a massive, like, they're massive for what they've done, their story, etc. But I still would say Bournemouth are a bigger club, because they've been in the Premier League for a while now. Bournemouth, I know they yo-yo up and down, but they've been in the Premier League and Championship. Like, Eddie Howe did a brilliant job there, taking up from where they're from. But Wrexham, make no mistake about it, it's still a big club, man. Still a big club. A big win for Leicester, massive win to stop the bleeding, man. Massive win, because you got to bounce back, right? Because they suffered some big losses, man. Big losses. The Bournemouth one was a bad loss. Man City is one of those things, man. I'll say it's a free hit, but equally Southampton at the bottom of the table, they got a point at Arsenal. So, but this was a big win, man. Big win to turn it around as well. And the manner in which it happened was big as well, because I believe they were actually losing in that game. They were 1-0 down. So the fact they were able to turn it around, that's massive. Wrexham had 5K when they were poor. Wrexham, big up them, because their fans saved them. And sometimes you need a bit of luck along the way. And getting Rob and Ryan invested saved the club in many respects. But what a big story, man. What a big story. And I wish them the absolute best, man. I'll be keeping up to tabs with them for sure. You're my favorite YouTuber. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Sorry for the caps. No worries whatsoever, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Anyone that's new around here, I appreciate it as always. Anyone that's tuned in, leaving their thoughts. Watching Sunderland Till I Die is what got Rob interested in Banner Club. Oh, there we go. You learn something new every day. I didn't know that. But yeah, I can imagine it, because there's a lot of people that watched it and was like, oh, I really want to, I really like Sunderland now. When I watched the All or Nothing, Man City was the first one that came out. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a Man City fan, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I really enjoyed the way they go into the background of the club, etc. It's really nice to see that. They did All or Nothing Leeds as well. They did a similar version. I think it was like I can't remember what it was called, but it was like All or Nothing. And then obviously they've done Tottenham, they've done Arsenal, etc. I believe Newcastle's next, potentially, for All or Nothing. That'd be a really good one as well. The point is, Bournemouth were bottom of League 2 playing Wrexham 15 years ago. Yeah, the story Bournemouth have had has been amazing, man. Has been amazing. So it can happen. Like, there's examples there of teams that have gone from the bottom to the top. Like, even Brentford not too long ago were towards the bottom of League 2, I want to say, League 1. They had a bit of a rebrand, new stadium, etc. now. They're doing really well. They're flying in the Premier League. So it can happen, man. A little bit of faith, good management. It's a bit of luck as well. All those things combining, and you can for sure shoot up the divisions, man. You can for sure do it. Who's going to win the Champions League? Not Arsenal. This season, my money's on Man City. I predicted them from a while ago to win the Champions League. I predicted them before we even got to the round of 16. So yeah, my money's on Man City to do it, unfortunately. I don't want them to do it, but it's one of those things. All I want as a fan is to have a young manager, long-term project. We need Farioli. He's a De Zerbi student. Right, so let me look at the top managers around world football, right? De Zerbi's a top manager, by the way. I'm looking at Thomas Frank is a really good manager. Okay, another really good managers, right? And if Watford pull this off, that's a coup. The young Sporting Lisbon manager. He's been compared to the next Jose Mourinho. The brother's good, man. I watched Sporting Lisbon in 2 legs against Arsenal. They're good. Like, The football's good as well. Like at the Emirates, they played off the park, played Arsenal off the park, man. Very good. So Sporting Lisbon's young manager, really good, man. Michael Carrick as well is really good manager as well. I'm looking at these young managers that potentially up and coming. Will Still, who can forget him, bro, from the French league with Reims. He's doing a brilliant job as well. Ballingen's firing for them. So yeah, some top managers around world football that don't get enough recognition, to be honest. Farrelly, I haven't heard much about him, but let's be real, man. Anything can happen, man. De Zerbi student, it's a good sign. De Zerbi's done a brilliant job. I did sub. I appreciate anyone else as well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Big up to you. Appreciate you tuning in, Tom, as always. We are going to have to do some content together soon. 100%, bro. 100%. Just let me know. Anyone that wants to do content with me, appear on shows, etc. Make sure you, first of all, subscribe. Message me. Are you on the TG group? I am indeed, my friend. I'm Dennis. That's how you know me, because it's my personal name. What was up with the portents at Wembley early on? Awful atmosphere. It was, but look, this is the thing, right? Sheffield United, I'm convinced Sheffield United maxed out their attendance. I'm convinced. It's a cup final, it's a semi-final for Sheffield United. They're there. It's the Man City fans, bro. The other Man City fans going to trek down to London for a semi-final. I don't think a lot of them would. Like, no offense to Man City fans. If there's any here, I'm sorry, but genuinely, like, let's be real about it. Like, it's a cup semi-final for them. They've been spoiled in recent seasons. If it's a final, they'd turn up. If it's a Champions League, they'd be by a million% be there. And they'll be there against a lot of the Premier League games. But it's the Man City fans. They've been spoiled in recent seasons. They don't want to go see FA Cup semi-final team. FA Cup semi-final game. And Pep Guardiola's right. The atmosphere at the Etihad's been poor recently, man. Very poor. He slagged off his own team, man. It's disrespectful, but he was right to do so. Let's be real about it, man. Let's be real about it. Who do you think deserved to win the World Cup? I'll take the question. Sorry, no problem with that whatsoever, man. But just wondering. Okay, so I'm going to give you two answers here. One country that deserves to win the World Cup, just full stop, is Netherlands. How they've never done it is beyond me. For all the top talents they've had, for how far they've gone in so many World Cups, Netherlands deserve to win a World Cup at some point. Who deserved to win it this year? Argentina, man. Argentina. They did it. They done it. I would have loved to see France do it, just for Mbappe, because I love Mbappe, man. Like, the brothers are unbelievable. Like, scoring a hat-trick in a World Cup final, like, that doesn't get enough recognition. Like, you still have football Twitter. Some people on there say, "Oh, but he's not Mbappe sold. Mbappe ain't that good." Like, come on, bro. How can anyone say anything negative when you scored literally a hat trick in a World Cup final? So I would love to see France do it as well. But it was a win-win for me, because Messi wins the World Cup or Mbappe gets his second World Cup. I would love Netherlands to do it overall. I'd love Turkey to do it. That's my country. But we ain't qualifying for a World Cup, let alone win a World Cup. So who knows, man? Netherlands, they deserve to do it, I think, for sure. It's been too long, man. No, that Sporting Lisbon manager is linked to clubs like Chelsea. He's so good. Chelsea, don't worry about him. Don't worry about Nagelsmann. Chelsea needs to get Luis Enrique. They need to get a top manager. Tottenham are the clubs that need to, is a team that needs to go for these like young up-and-coming managers like De Zerbi, like that Sporting Lisbon manager, etc. Love the kit, bro. I appreciate it, man. Old kit. Who I've got in the back, I don't want to say to be honest, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Used to like him. Now he's a bit of a bum, let's be honest. Netherlands free finals. There we go, man. There we go. And look, every World Cup Netherlands perform, like every World Cup they qualified to. Like, they're never really favourites ever for World Cup, really, Netherlands, but they always seem to perform. Like, even last World Cup, they're this close from qualifying against the eventual winners, Argentina. They get knocked out on penalties, and Weghorst scores a last-minute goal to take it to extra time and penalties, etc. So who knows, man? Who knows? Anything can happen. You watch Ben Foster? Of course, bro. Cycling GK. Of course I tune in, man. He's so good. He is. And big up Ben Foster, because he's really two things. First of all, he's made a career out after football. I know he's back in football again, but he did retire. I feel like a lot of footballers, once they retire, they either become a manager, assistant manager, pundit, commentator, or they fall off the face of the earth. Whereas he's done something different. He's created his own football show, etc. And I think a lot of players will go on to do that now. So big up him for that, man. Big up him for that, because it's really good. And his video's entertaining as well. So I have to give a lot of praise to Ben Foster. Going to be tough for us without Bale next time rounds. Are you talking about Wales, I'm guessing? Yeah, because Gareth Bale tied. Wales as well. That's another country that does really well, it seems, in like competitions. I know this World Cup you underperformed. It was a tough group though, like USA, Iran, England was a tough group, but who knows, man. I remember in the Euros when you helped knock out my country, Turkey, so I appreciate that, Wales. But equally in 2016, I remember when Wales were flying. I think they made the semi-finals or something. It was crazy. They're doing so well. Who knows, man. Anything can happen. I appreciate you tuning in as always, Tom Berry. Appreciate you tuning into the stream. At least it's not William on the show. Well, there we go. At least it's not William. That's a good point. I like that Farrelly manager because De Zerbi is good against low blocks and too many teams sit back against us. Yes, De Zerbi's done a brilliant job at Brighton. And it just goes to show, yeah, Graham Potter did a good job as well. I don't discredit Graham Potter's job whatsoever. But De Zerbi, you know what I mean? Like, he's got Brighton playing unbelievable football, like outstanding football. Their scouting network's brilliant as well, like Mitoma, Caicedo. Look at these ballers they bring them from, man. Like, They're scouting these players from everywhere and anywhere. Honestly, if you're a football team, yeah, just pay to just watch what Brighton are doing. As soon as Brighton scout a player, they're about to sign them, snatch that player from Brighton, man. Like, their scouting network is that good. But also they give them faith. It's one thing signing these players, but you got to trust them as well. You trust a young Ecuadorian kid in Caicedo. You trust a young Japanese kid in Mitoma who hasn't had a lot of football experience. And you reap the rewards. Like, sometimes it'll backfire, of course, but sometimes equally it'll go so well. Big up Brighton, man. I understand they're going to sell Alexis McAllister in the summer. Liverpool have been circulating, as well as Man City, I believe, in Chelsea, potentially circulating for Alexis McAllister's signature. It'll be a shame to see him go, because if Brighton want to take that next step and really go for Champions League football, which I don't think they'll make this season, I think they'll make European football, though. They got to keep hold of their assets, the likes of the McAllisters, the Caicedos, the Mitomas, Evan Ferguson, etc. If they do that, they've got every chance in the world, but who knows if they're able to do so. Best goalkeeper in the world right now, in my opinion, Alisson for Liverpool. So good, man. Good with his feet. Good with shots up and as well. He saves Liverpool at times. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. Alisson for me. I'll be real. I like the international tournaments, but Nations League and qualifying matches bore me. Prefer club football. I agree. Look, this is my opinion as well. International breaks stinker, man. Stinker. Like, last international break, I produced no content for 2 weeks. I didn't even bother reviewing the England games. I just wanted to take a break because international football does my head in. But nothing beats the World Cup and even the Euros to an extent. But it's the World Cup for me is the pinnacle, man. Like, the World Cup is where it's at. Like, I will watch that World Cup. If the World Cup was every season, I'd watch it. Honestly, it's that good, man. Like, I'll book out my week to watch 3 games in a row, basically, the World Cup every day. It's that good. So, yeah, I agree with you. Club football, generally, I prefer. But World Cup, nothing beats the World Cup, man. Nothing beats the World Cup. I don't like how they disrupt the season. Yes, I hear you as well. I agree. Like, I understand why they do it, of course. The Nations League are just glorified friendlies. I don't understand why they brought it in, because they just replaced friendlies with a Nations League. Like, what's the point, man? What's the point? World Cup's where it's at, to be honest. Like, qualifiers, fair play. They have to do qualifiers for the World Cup. It's one of those things. Thank you. I like you even more now. Well, there we go, man. There we go. Alisson, for me, the top goalkeeper, is so good. England breeze through qualifiers. It's a surprise if they don't win. Yeah, because look, the thing with the Euros, where it's a bit of a joke, because you got countries like San Marino, Gibraltar, Malta in there, and they're just there to run up the goal difference for the other teams. Like, it's just a case of, you're getting 3 points. How much are you going to beat them by? Like, England beat these teams 10-0, 9-0. Liechtenstein as well. Andorra. Teams like that, man. They're just there to get beat, really. So you're looking and you're thinking, are they gonna how much they're gonna beat them by? There's teams that are just there for the sake of being there, to be honest. But who knows, man? Like, I understand the concept of qualifiers are there for a reason, but just like the flat out Nations League itself, glorified friendlies, man. Like, I know Ronaldo won the Nations League with Portugal. Has anyone mentioned that? They don't deserve to, man. Like, I'd rather win 1 World Cup than 17 Nations Leagues. Do you get what I mean? Like, come on, let's be real about it, to be honest. It's one of those things, so let's be honest. But yeah, keep the football chat coming through. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in as always. For anyone that just joined in now and wants to hear about the Wrexham game, you can scroll to the start of the stream where I, of course, reviewed the match. But equally, I'll let you know that they went 1-0 down straight away. Like, carbon copy of what happened to Arsenal yesterday. Mistake at the back, missing the ball, lobbed over Ben Foster, and Boreham Wood took the lead 1-0 up. But Wrexham, they stuck to their game plan. Fair play to them, man. They kept going. They managed to pull it back. Lee scoring to make it 1-1. That was half-time. And then they came out the second half, and Mullin turned up to play football, man. Turned up big for them. He got 2 brilliant goals. One with his right peg, one with his left peg. Curved into the back of the net. Both of them in the top corner. And now Wrexham are officially promoted to League 2. The journey has only just begun for them. Let's see. The sky is the limit. The sky's the limit for them. I don't know why they don't have pre-qualifying for San Marino. It's harsh, but you know what? That's actually a point. Now they have like pre-qualifying for the Champions League, like playoffs to get in the Champions League. Imagine they do that for like you're that bad. You have to pre-qualify to get into the qualifying for the World Cup. Nah, that's a violation. They can't do such a thing. But yeah, I just like to say that your live chat channel is outstanding. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it, Wayne. I appreciate you joining as always. This is the first time I've seen you on the channel, so I hope you're subscribing to see more often. I review a lot of football matches. Like those of you that have been here recently, I've been here for a while, will know that I review basically every day football matches. Any of the big matches are on TV, I'm here to talk about it. So anyone coming with your questions related to the match, not related to the match, it's just a football discussion for everyone involved. And I love it, to be honest. I love it. Yes, I love the interaction. Exactly, Tommy. It's been brilliant, man. I appreciate everyone tuning in, leaving their thoughts on the match. Got to take off. Have a good birthday. Appreciate it, Jeff. My birthday is tomorrow, everyone. So I appreciate tuning in. Early birthday present for anyone that subscribes as well. You know the way. I'll try and do a match reaction tomorrow. If I'm going to do one, I definitely won't be able to for Newcastle, Tottenham. I'll try and watch the game. Brighton, Man United, maybe a live match reaction. If not a live match reaction, I'll try and get a video out potentially. But I know it's not the same as a live stream, man, because the live streams I get to hear all your input at the same time. That's why I started them, so I could hear you lot's thoughts as well as just my thoughts. But yeah, I'll try. But definitely I'll be back for Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. Massive matches, man. Gotta check out the community tab on my what's it called? My YouTube community tab where I leave my streaming schedule. Also, the Twitter will be in the description. Instagram, you gotta check out those where I give my reactions to matches as they're happening. Like I tweet about the games that are going on. So yeah, feel free to check those out. They don't put the San Marino champions straight into the Champions League group stage. That is true. That is true. Has San Marino even got a football league? Like a professional football league? Let's be real about it. They might just have like some amateur league. Who knows, man? Who knows? Big up whoever's top of the San. Let me search up actually. Who's San Marino Football League? There's no way, man. Do you reckon if I turn up tomorrow, I'd get into the best team in the San Marino Football League? San Marino Football League. No, wait, there actually is one as well. Campeonato Samirese de Calcio. It says amateur. It's amateur league though. It's been operated since the 1985-1986 season. Hey, big up the what's it called? The San Marino Football League, man. Current champions La Fiorentina. It's their 6th title. Big up them, man. Big up them. Let's get back to the stream. All right. Happy birthday for tomorrow. I appreciate it, Tommy. I appreciate it. Anyone else as well? Yeah. So Wrexham. Anyone in the live chat, let me know what is your predictions on how long it'll take Wrexham to reach the Premier League. Our year. Just in the chat, 2032, 2036. I understand like it doesn't have to be realistic. But anyone, prediction. If you get it right, and if you're still here, if I'm still here, if you get the year right, even if it's 2046, I'll give away something. Who knows, man? Who knows? If you get the exact year right, they make the Premier League. I remember discussing this with friends. Move to San Marino and play for them. Imagine the shirts you could collect. Yeah, bro, imagine. If I turn up tomorrow to San Marino, the San Marino League, and I come and I take my football boots, do you reckon you can get in? Like, it's an amateur football league. I reckon I could, I reckon I could. Minimum 10 years. In the 2030s, Tommy says. Well, 2030s, man, could be what, like 2034, 2038? Who knows, man? I'm thinking Wrexham Premier League is 2023 right now. I think 2032 maybe. 9 years maybe. Like no, 8 years, 10 years. Around that time scale. That gives them, they've only got to jump up what? They've only got to get promoted 3 times to League One, to Championship, and to Premier League. They've got to get promoted 3 times in what, 9 years? That's doable. That's doable, man. It's very doable, in fact. As long as you don't get relegated, because then that sets you back a whole year. Or it sets you back 2 years, in fact. 4 years, just like Luton Town. Hey, Luton Town, that's been a big renaissance from them. 2037, Tommy goes. Wow, 2037, man, that'd be a long time. They will make the Premier in 2034, but they'll meet Spurs on the way up in League One. If Spurs get relegated, I'll celebrate, man. Arsenal fans, would you rather Spurs get relegated or Arsenal win the league? I'd rather Arsenal win the league, but I always wish. My dream Premier League table would be Arsenal 1, Brighton 2, Brentford 3, and at the bottom it'd be Tottenham, Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham, Manchester United, Man City. Just because I want to see Pep Guardiola in the Championship, man. If those 3 teams get relegated, it'd be a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful day, to be completely honest, man. But yeah, big thing is now you can play as... Actually, I think Football Manager's got National League anyway, so my point becomes redundant. I was going to say, you can play, though. You can play Wrexham in FIFA next year, for those of you that play FIFA. I don't personally, but those of you that do, career mode with Wrexham next year, man. I've just given away the biggest money-making thing ever. Any YouTuber that makes a Wrexham career mode next year on FIFA 20... Is it FIFA 24? I don't play FIFA. I don't even have a PlayStation anymore. I think it's FIFA 24. Whoever does a career mode of FIFA 24 on Wrexham, they're going to get bank, man. That's going to get views straight away, I'm convinced. So yeah, free idea for any football content creators out there. On Football Manager, they'll win the Champions League. Yeah, exactly, man. Football Manager can do anything. I've taken football teams on Football Manager to win the Champions League in 6 seasons, man. Never seen anything like it. Always have crazy results on that game, bro. Exactly, man. Football Manager, the thing with Football Manager is, though, because I grew up playing FIFA, right? I didn't like the fact you couldn't play the game. I like being able to control the team at the same time. But the aspect of if they made a combination of Football Manager and FIFA, I genuinely might play it. I don't really play video games, but I might play it. You know what I mean? Because I think that'd be really good. Because if they had the gameplay like FIFA, but like the actual like management like style of like Football Manager, because FIFA career mode is like it's not enough full management type thing. It seems like a bit of a simulation. Whereas Football Manager's got really good like in-depth, like you can manage everything basically about the football club. You literally are the football manager. If they combine that with the FIFA gameplay, they're onto something, man. They're onto a winner right there. Not played FIFA for years. Don't blame me, man. I don't really play video games, to be honest. Hopefully we'll rise as fast as Yeovil fell. Yeah, man, potentially. There's so many teams that bounce up and down in football. It's absolutely crazy. Yeovil Town, man. Big boys back in the day. Sinking like a stone. Yeovil Town FC. It's 22nd in National League. could be in the rotter, man. In the rotter. Who knows, man? Football's a crazy game. Anything can happen, though. Anything can happen. I know what you mean. What's good about Football Manager is you can create leagues. Yeah, that's a good thing. I feel like the features this got is miles ahead of FIFA. Like the features, Tommy, you say about the Football Manager, the features are amazing. But the gameplay wise, I'd like to see if you could like control the team as well at the same time. But yeah, I'm waiting for someone to do it. Someone combine. Hey, someone watching this might be a video game designer. Combine FIFA and combine Football Manager. You're onto a winner. I promise you that, man. But yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning into the stream as always. I'm going to start to wrap it up soon. Wrexham beating Boreham. I almost forgot. They played Boreham Wood 3-1. Deservedly so. They automatically promote up. It's been absolutely brilliant for them. I made prems with 18 teams, 24 teams, etc. Yeah. Well, there we go, man. You can reduce the league size. You can increase the league size. It's good, man. It's good. I've recently been doing the Arsenal career mode. Season 2 starts tomorrow. Wrexham maybe next. Everyone check out Tom's Arsenal career mode on his channel. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that's tuned to this stream as always, man. Good for experiments also. Is there anyone that does like content regarding like what's it called? Football Manager experiments? I know people do it with FIFA a lot. I think because FIFA just got a bigger market than Football Manager, like YouTube wise. I don't do gaming content, but I don't watch gaming content either really on YouTube. But those are people that do football gaming. I reckon they just do FIFA because it's got a bigger market than Football Manager. But there probably is a market for people that do Football Manager experiment content. There probably is someone's going to let me know in the live chat probably. A YouTuber that does it and very famous. I've just missed out. But there's a market for it probably. But I just think most of the YouTubers, they go for FIFA just to appeal to the common denominator because it's the biggest game, right? And you're going to get views if it's FIFA. It's one of those things. Yeah, they do. There we go. They do. I don't watch it personally just because I don't really watch gaming videos. But yeah, there we go. There's someone that does do it. Stolen my idea. But yeah, I appreciate everyone tuning to this stream as always. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here if you've just joined in. If you have just joined in and you want to hear all about the game, scroll right back to the start of the stream. That's what I talked about and got all your interaction as always. I appreciate everyone that did let me know their thoughts in live chat regarding the game, regarding anything else in regards to football. My next stream, I will definitely be Tuesday for sure after Leeds versus Leicester. I believe the game is Leeds versus Leicester. That's what I got asked to react to by the stream comments. And then definitely Wednesday, Man City Arsenal. Going to be streaming here at 10 p.m. Can't wait for that game, man. Come on, Arsenal. Just redeem yourselves. And then Thursday as well, Tottenham versus Man United. So those 3 days, I'll be here on this channel. Football-related content, you know this is the place to be. I'll be here as always. I've seen Football Manager experiments can be interesting. But there we go, man. There we go. What's happening with FIFA, their last game? I don't really keep up to it, so I'm not sure, man. FIFA, I mean, I don't keep up to it with one because I've grown up now. Like I'm in my 20s. I don't really play video games as much anymore. Like I'm a full-time student studying at uni, producing content. I just haven't got the time for video games anymore. But also, FIFA did drop off exponentially. Like the FIFA 15 days. Like this is anyone remembers FIFA 15 with Ibarbo, Gervinho, and who's that old one? Dumbia. Like FIFA 15 back in the day, we didn't need to spend 2 million to have a good team. Where you could just literally run sweaty cards. You know, there's like golds. Even they didn't even have to be rare golds. Like Inform would be the best card available. And then you get a team in the season or team of the year if you're lucky. Those were good days of FIFA. Nowadays, there's a new promotion every week, it seems. Like there's people spending like thousands on FIFA points just to get artificial players. It's beyond me, man. It's beyond me. What's your favorite Arsenal shirt? Favorite in my lifetime is the retro bruised banana I liked. The one from a few seasons back when the bruised banana kit I really liked. What else? I really like the burgundy, the last season at Highbury. That was a really good kit as well. What else? I liked also, underrated kit was this was the last time Arsenal won at Anfield. It was a kit like the purple and black one, like hooped. It was good, man. It was good, like hooped purple and black kit. Like Zola, Diaby, Podolski used to wear. It was really good, man. Really good kit. But yeah, that was my favorite Arsenal shirt back in the day. I don't like the shirts with the collars. Like the home shirt this year's got a collar. I refuse to get it, man. The black kit this year is nice, by the way, though. Like I've got that as well in my couple. I wore it yesterday. The black Arsenal kit is nice, man. Really nice. I haven't played FIFA since the late noughties, bro. Yeah, don't blame me, man. I don't blame you. It's not. It's falling off. I mean, even then, I think it got better from then. I think 2015 was when it peaked. 2015, as soon as they added FUT Champions, yeah, it fell off a cliff, man. FIFA fell off a cliff. It started becoming a sweat fest. Like the people that are good at FIFA don't even watch football. That's when you know it's a scam. They're doing stuff that I've never seen be done in football. Like they're doing like just drag backs and all stuff like that. Like who does that in a football game, man? Like it's a joke thing, man. So yeah, it is what it is. Out of touch with it now. There we go. But yeah, gonna start to wrap up the stream. I've been streaming for the last just over an hour and 10 minutes. Saying, bro, I'm not a collar merchant. There we go, man. Collars on football shirts, not for me. I appreciate everyone tuning in.
Make sure you make sure you subscribe first of all, hit the bell notification so you never miss any future streams from me. And my next stream will definitely be Tuesday. I'll try and get something tomorrow done. I'm not too sure. It depends what's going on. It's my birthday tomorrow, so I'll probably have some events. If I'm back home in time, I'll try and do one for the Brighton Manchester United game, but we'll see. But definitely Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Premier League streams will be there. And as always, I have videos throughout on my channel, so make sure you stay tuned and check them out. Football, I appreciate everyone tuning in as always. Hope to see you all next time. Drop a like down below. And if you're watching this after the stream is finished, drop in the comments your thoughts on the football match. I'd love to hear it. Football, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Take care.